One of the largest, fastest growing, innovative states in the United States, moving to the gold standard, we know what that will do to the price of gold and silver. But this latest news out of Texas is nothing short of startling in what they're talking about doing with gold and silver, and it will have a major impact on the value of any precious metals that you hold. Let's dig into a great piece of literary work by our friend Mike Mahari at the 10th Amendment Center and get the latest breaking news on what we're hearing out of Texas. 10th Amendment Center, Texas bill would establish a 100% backed gold and silver transactional currency. What we're talking about here, guys, is an asset-backed digital currency. A currency that is 100% backed by physical metal, a return essentially on a state basis in Texas to the gold standard, a return to real money, a return to sound money. In yellow from Austin, Texas, on November 20th, 2024, two bills filed, and the Texas House would create 100% backed gold and silver transactional currencies that would serve as legal tender in the state. This would create a foundation for the people to undermine the Federal Reserve's monopoly on money. In green, under the proposed law, the Texas Comptroller would issue gold and silver specie, aka coins, through the Texas Bullion Depository, and also establish gold and silver transactional currency defined as, quote, the representation of gold and silver specie and bullion held in the pooled depository account. Doesn't Texas have like a big state depository that they built? This is getting very interesting for us precious metals enthusiasts. The depository would be required to hold enough gold and silver to back 100% of the issued currency. Holders of the gold and silver specie and currency would be able to use them as, quote, legal tender in the payment of debt in the state of Texas. The gold and silver backed currency would be electronically transferable to another person. But again, guys, it's backed 100% by gold and silver. What do you think that would do for the demand for physical silver and gold? Texas is huge. Texas is growing, and Texas is innovative. Gold and silver in orange backed currency would be redeemable in specie or at the spot price of gold in US dollars minus applicable fees. In practice, passage of these bills would allow any person to conduct business transactions using gold or silver. How do you feel about this? I feel very, very good. There's nothing negative that I see embedded in what Texas is trying to do. And I tip my big cowboy hat to all our friends down in Texas, a return to real money. Remember, the greatest achievements of the United States of America happened during a period of time when we were on a gold and silver standard system, right? The 1800s, if you look at history and talk to anyone who studied history, they'll tell you that the greatest achievements occurred coincidentally at a time when the United States exclusively used gold and silver as real money. Let's look at the impact. The impact would be that the passage of this legislation would create sound money alternative to the US dollar, the paper unicorn fart dust fiat paper dollar, in both physical and electronic form. Using gold and silver backed transactional currency, any person or entity would be able to do business using a debit card that seamlessly converts gold and silver to fiat currency in the background. Private individuals and businesses would be able to purchase goods and services using assets held in the Texas Gold Depository. That's right, they do have a gold depository, in the same way that they use dollars held in a bank account today. Gold and silver-backed transactional currency would give people a way to shield themselves from the rapid loss of purchasing power inherent in the fiat dollar. Yes, Yes. Let's not forget, our friend Jerome Powell at the United States Federal Reserve has a stated goal to steal 2% of the value of any dollars that you hold on an annual basis. But we know he's exceeded his expectations, and inflation runs much higher than 2% on both an official and non-official level. This gives the citizens of Texas, and hopefully soon citizens of other states, including where you live or where I live, like Missouri, a way to protect, right, the value of the hard-earned money that we work for over time, making gold and silver available for regular daily transactions by the general public could have a wide-ranging impact. Professor William Green is an expert on constitutional tender and said in a paper for the Mises Institute that if people in multiple states actually start using gold and silver instead of Federal Reserve notes, aka paper dollars, it would effectively nullify the Federal Reserve and end the federal government's monopoly on money. Don't forget, guys, there was a golden period of time, a silver period of time, where our dollars said this, silver certificate. And on the bottom, it says right there, $1 in silver payable to the bearer on demand. This one's from 1935. This was a period of time when the United States accomplished more than any other time in history. We know in 1971, right, when Nixon took us off the gold standard and we got these things, that doesn't say silver certificate. No, it says Federal Reserve note. How well have those worked? Well, they've only lost like 99% or more of their value measured against gold since Nixon took us off the gold standard in 1971. The future looks bright. We salute our friends in Texas. Hey, if you want to get your hands on some silver, gold, or platinum group metals now or in the near future, I'll never tell you what to do, but please consider supporting channel sponsor. There it is, Pimbex, right there on that box. And they do check all the boxes. What they'll give you is great selection. Same thing they have at the other big online bullion dealers, okay? But they'll also give you ultra competitive pricing so you can get more metal for your money. And most important, I believe you do your own research, just making recommendations here, but I believe 100%, and based on my experience and the experience of many of you, the basement dweller community, who have written me, telling me what great experiences you've had with Pimbex. Number one, they're a company that you can trust. Also, please don't forget channel sponsor First Mining Gold and Fortuna Mining. I've got links to all the sponsor websites in the description of the video. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of Ron's Basement. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Thank you.